Alrighty. Hey kids! So tonight we are cooking and I wanted to make one of my favorite snacks that I enjoy. They kind of look disgusting, but they're fun for kids to eat. They're fun for grown-ups to eat, and they're even more enjoyable if you want to play pranks on those you love and care about. So there's three ingredients that you need, and I was kind of waffling back and forth, like, do I cook dinner and also make a snack, or do I just make a snack? Because the snack is going to take not much time at all. So I guess we'll just play it by ear and see how things go. If you guys want more, you can just type in the chat box, like, Sarah, cool snack, but let's cook some dinner. So I will do that if that's what you want, or if you're like, we're done, we got enough, you just let me know. All right, so what you need is you need your food processor. I have a Ninja, so this is mine. Honey, stop playing with the water. Go. Then go in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. So this is cooking with children. Maybe I should have made that part of it. So food processor, and what you're going to do is you need a cup of almonds. You can do salted or you can do plain. It's up to you. Personally, I really like the salted almonds because it gives it I like the salt. When you're working out, you're exercising, and you're sweating a lot, it's important that we replenish that salt that we're losing and those electrolytes that we're losing. So a cup of almonds, which is also, where is it? Also just a little bag that you can get at any grocery store. This one is 6 ounces. Turns out when you dump it in a measuring cup, it's about a cup. So you just put that in your oh shoot. No, I'm going to do it. Food processor, nuts, okay? And then you're going to put the lid on it. I'm going to try to follow my computer over here, okay? So then we're going to come over here to my handy dandy little motor here. You're going to put it on there. Power, crush. Awesome. Yeah, I know. There we are. So.
No, Tristan's not on.
Well, that's okay. I'm sure she's still watching. So right here, all my nuts, they're all crushed up, right? And then, so a cup of nuts, and then you're going to take a bag or a cup of dates. So just a bag of dates. They're pitted. Okay, you want to make sure they're pitted. And if they're not pitted, you want to remove the pit. Otherwise, bad things will happen. So I'm going to drain the water off these. They've been sitting for about 20 minutes in the water just to kind of reconstitute and get some of that moisture back in there. Okay, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in the food processor with the almonds. Honestly, typically these you're going to put in before your almonds, so it makes a paste, but I messed that sequence up. So anyways, dates in the food processor bowl with the almonds, okay? And again, you just put it back on the motor, power, make sure it's on, and then crush those puppies. And you want them to kind of turn into a paste, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit start on that.
There we go.
All right, guys, so now my almonds and my dates have kind of made a pretty thick, doughy paste. Okay, so it's chunks. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to get your protein powder. And for this recipe, I use chocolate protein. They're just kind of chocolatey and nutty and quite delicious. Hey, Jamel, I'm going to mute you, okay? Oh, you did it. Okay, perfect. So you make that paste, and then I'm going to use my protein. And if you have protein with a smaller scoop, you'll need to use either a bigger scoop or just make more scoops. So I'm doubling this recipe, so I'm going to use 4 of the larger scoops, which I think last time I checked are about a quarter cup. Shh, go away. Cooking with children. Who knew this would be what we're doing? So then I'll put my 4 scoops of protein in here. Okay. And they can be heaping or even. It's up to you. Personally, a scoop of protein for me is probably a scoop and a half for a lot of people. It's fine.
Over here.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to put it in there. Excellent. So there's 3. One more.
I thought you got 4 already.
That's 4. All right. So the protein I used, for those of you who are curious, is True-Tein. I like this because it's a blended protein, has 1 gram of sugar, and it's actually sweetened with stevia. So I like it for that, but it also has egg white protein, whey, milk protein isolate, micellar casein. So I mean, it's a pretty decent blend as far as proteins go, and I find it to be a little easier on my tummy. Honestly, most of the proteins, most of the protein powder that I get is in the form of snacks. So you're going to, again, put your lid back on your food processor thing. Your protein is in there. You're going to put it back on the motor. Okay, we're going to go ahead and blend that up. And you may notice that as you are blending it, maybe your dates weren't soft enough. So just a little bit of water. You can save some of the water that the dates were soaking in. I forgot and dumped it out. Totally fine. But about 1 to 2 tablespoons, I eyeball it, but about 1 to 2 tablespoons will help give it the moisture it needs to kind of come together. So put that in there, and then I'm going to hit start. So now it's
Starting to blend up. It's so exciting. We're going to make our protein curd.
Oh, yeah. So you probably heard my food processor kind of wearing down. So then you just take the lid off, dude. These are so easy, and the kids love them, and the husband loves them, which is kind of a blessing and a curse because we want to eat them all by ourselves, have our healthy treats all to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you've got, it looks like this, all right? It's kind of in a dough form. All right, so what you're going to do, you're going to grab some wax paper and a cookie sheet. So let me grab that real quick because I did forget to pull that out.
Wax?
Wax paper? Ew, Mom. So I've got my good old cookie sheet. I'm pretty sure I've had this cookie sheet since I moved out on my own 12 years ago, and let me tell you what, it has definitely seen better days. So there's that, and then get my wax paper. All right.
Looks good, huh?
Yeah, Mina, I'm glad to have your help. What kid doesn't love to spend time in the kitchen with their mama?
That's wax.
So wax paper, and you just put the wax paper on the cookie sheet, okay? And you're going to grab just a handful. This will make about 8 bars, okay? If you're making bars, or if you want to play a mean trick on someone, like a coworker or a kid or a husband, you could roll it, roll it, and make a pile of poo, and that's hysterical. Tristan, the only liquid I put in here was about 2 tablespoons of water because it wasn't coming together. I didn't let the I didn't let it set up enough. So then, you like my little protein turd? It's complete with nuts.
No,
It's hysterical, but it's delicious, and it kind of tastes like a brownie. You want to try it? Tell them what it tastes like. And then you'll just put that on your cookie sheet. What does that taste like?
Protein and
It tastes like a brownie or nuts.
nuts too.
Kind of looks like poop, though, huh?
Yep.
And I mean, I guess if you have an aversion to the round turd lookingness of it, you could always smash it into like bars. But this is pretty fun little snack, and it packs really easy in any lunchbox or cooler. So it's super fun. I may have made, I think that first one I made was a little big, so I might have to cut it down. So, and it actually should come out of your food processor pretty easily. It won't stick too bad to the food processor, but it might stick a little bit to your hands. So just kind of bear that in mind. But this is definitely fun. Oh, you want to make one? Okay, there you go. So little girl here, she's making her first protein bar. I usually do this when no one's in the kitchen with me because I don't like to share my kitchen. Isn't that weird? I feel like I'm not alone in that, though. You know, and you can roll this out. Doesn't it look gross? They look so gross, but they're fun.
Is that better?
So this recipe, like I said, makes, oh, that's perfect, honey. That one looks like it came right out of the dog.
It's a dog bone.
Yeah, something like that. They're so fun, Tristan. They're so fun. I do refrigerate them simply because they're all fresh ingredients. But I think you really only need to refrigerate them for about the first 30 minutes so they set up and then they won't be as sticky. But I do refrigerate them. They're super fun. And I'm telling you, they are just a blast. I am going to make a pile of poop, though, for Miss Tristan for tomorrow. So you can ask her how her pile of poop tasted because it'll be just special for her. So fun. I'm making it for you right now, Tristan. It's hysterical. And you just, it's a little swirl. See, Tristan, there's your little pile. It's just for you.
It's a pink turd.
Yeah. You want to mess with that? You want to make another one?
Yeah.
There you go. But it's fun. They're a healthy snack, and you can also use them to play pranks on those you love.
So,
and
for JJ.
I don't know about you, but that is always fun to me. You can make them as thick and short as you want to, or you can make them long and skinny. And that just sounds so funny even saying that. I want to giggle, but I know that will be very, yes, it is a worm.
It's a brown one. Oh, no.
So these are some fun little snacks. I made some short ones and some long ones. So it's about eight servings for that recipe. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I guess, Lena, that is gorgeous. Oh, you're making one too. You're going to give that to your teacher? No, you're going to take it for lunch, huh? That'll be your special. And you will want to wash your hands because they are sticky from the dates. So definitely do that.
Mama, look.
Also, before you cook, guys, always wash your hands. I know I shouldn't have to tell you that, but I feel the need to. Kind of funny, actually, when you stop to think about it, that I said that.
I have this.
You guys have any questions so far? Oh, look at that. We have plenty of time, dudes. That only took me 15 minutes to make 8 protein bars that are going to help me get through the whole week. Do you guys want to see more? How many is too many in a day? Tristan, you want to limit it to 1. Like, because they do have dates, so there's a lot of sugar. There's also the protein and the fat, but they're a fantastic afternoon or mid-morning snack. So once you have them, look at see, we have our couple piles and a few bars. So I'm going to wander over here. I'm going to put these in my refrigerator. Okay. And like I told Karen, you want to refrigerate them for at least 20 to 30 minutes so they can set up. But honestly, because they are so fresh, they could dry out if you leave them out. So just kind of bear that in mind. So yeah, definitely. Tristan, limit your intake on these. About 1 a day. That's all you need. But they're tasty. They're super tasty. Yeah. So there's that. Any questions yet? What do you want to weigh each one out then? You know, honestly, I don't weigh them. I just kind of eyeball it. Like, it's 8 servings. So, I mean, even if you wanted to dump it into a bowl and just cut it into 8, that would be your portion size. So, I mean, just kind of eyeball it. They'll all be about the same size, roughly. But I don't think you really need to weigh them.
Mama.
What's up, Sharon?
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Do you have any questions?
I just got logged in. I was having troubles.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to rewatch the first 18 minutes because it was epic.
Yes.
I made the 3rd pile for Miss Tristan. She was so excited.
And I made one.
My husband just walked in and he was giggling. So, Sharon, I'm going to mute you. Okay. Just for your privacy. So, does anyone have any questions yet? Shall we continue? Shall we make more? Now that we made a little snack, should we make some dinner?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Rebecca is nodding her head. She's like, yes. So exciting. So tonight, I'm going to make some chicken piccata. I'm so excited about this. It's the first time I've ever tried this recipe. So if I burn the house down, I hope someone will at least let me and my, 5 kids crash on your couch. My husband will be fine in a tent. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my stove. I'm going to turn it kind of this way maybe a little bit. Can you see that okay? Look at all that fresh produce in the background. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn that off. I lied. So I got almond flour. Okay, so you're going to need some almond flour and some coconut flour, which is in this bag. Where's my coconut flour? It's dumped upside down. Okay, coconut flour. Oh, it dumped up. Okay, well that's fine. We don't need a ton. So I'm going to grab a dish to mix all this in. All right, so I got my bowl. And if you guys want to write down these recipes, please do. You see my husband? There he is. He's doing the thing,
Mom,
making sure I don't burn down the house. He's preparing with his fire extinguisher. Watch out, sweetie. Oh, to make potatoes? My husband, he's like Farmer Fred. He's taking care of things. All right, so I'm going to, every recipe I double. No, you can't watch a movie, young lady. You didn't do your homework. All right, so I'm struggling here, y'all. All right, so I'm going to double the recipe because, as you guys know, I've got an army to feed. And a teenager is like feeding an army in and of himself. So technically, I have 2 armies to feed. So I'm going to start off with 2/3 cup of almond meal flour. Okay, just measure that out. All right, put it in my bowl. Okay, and then I'm going to take 4 tablespoons of coconut flour, which I think I dumped all over the inside of my bag. Oh, I do have like a tablespoon, roughly. This is how I measure, guys. It's a little psychotic. I don't know about you guys. I do a little pinch of this and a little dab of that and call it a day. All right, so that's about 1. So I need 2 more. A little side note on coconut flour, guys. It is a very, very dry flour. So what you would use like wheat flour or almond flour for, you really only need about 1/4 of coconut flour to equal the same amount. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with some seriously dry food, which is kind of icky. I'm just saying. So I've got my almond flour and my coconut flour in my bowl. Okay, I've got my chicken over here. All right, and what you're going to do with the chicken is you're going to put salt and pepper on it. Okay. And you can trim it. I usually don't because I'm lazy, if I'm being honest. So a little bit of salt. And you guys can eat salt unless your doctor tells you not to. But being that most of you exercise pretty vigorously and you're sweating quite a lot, it's important to make sure that you are getting in adequate amounts of salt back into your diet because you are sweating it all out. Okay? All right, so then once you season your chicken with salt and pepper, you need to coat each piece of chicken with the flour mixture. All right, I'm going to go ahead and once again start the heat on a pan. Okay, good job. I'm going to grab, the recipe itself calls for olive oil. I am out of olive oil. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put 4 tablespoons, roughly, of coconut oil instead of olive oil, which is a good substitute, into my pan that is set to medium-high heat. Okay, so there's my 4 tablespoons. Here, you can eat that if you want. Something fun about coconut oil too, guys, it's really good. I don't know if you guys have heard of oil pulling. It's kind of jazzy, actually. But it has antimicrobial properties to it. So you can actually use it as a mouthwash, which is pretty cool. And it will kill all the germs in your mouth just as effectively, if not more so, than mouthwash. So that's kind of cool, right? So I've got my chicken, all right, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a little powder coating of my flour, all right? And then, as I'm doing that, once I'm done with that, shake off the excess, and then I'm going to put it in my pan that has the coconut oil, all right? So I don't think my oil's hot enough just yet because it didn't sizzle and pop, but it's going to. So excited. Actually, I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper on these.
I did it.
Boomski. How much chicken am I using? I've got about 4 pounds here, Tristan. And you can always reduce the recipe because I am doubling it. So I do have about 4 pounds, but again, remember, I'm cooking for an army, and I figure if I'm cooking for you guys, I may as well cook for them too, right? So put the flour on the chicken, then put the chicken into the coconut oil in the pan. It's going to be so good. I can't wait.
Mama,
This is a big old hunk of fat, so I'm going to cut it off.
is that for dinner?
Huh?
Is that for dinner?
Yes, sweetheart. All right. So again, I'm just going to salt and pepper the other side of these chicken breasts. Everything's better when it's even, right? Well, relatively so. And I love salt that I can crush. I just think it's more fun, and it just tastes different to me. I know it doesn't to everyone, but I know it does to me. We'll go ahead and put these chicken breasts that are all floured up into the pan. My pan's only going to hold 4 chicken breasts, and I'm not going to keep you guys here all night. So we've got those
That's not 4.
in the pan.
5.
It's 4.
Oh, I thought that's 5.
So I've got 4 chicken breasts here. Share the same. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Karen. That's Karen, not Tristan. I'm sorry. So sorry about that, Karen. I apologize. I just now noticed. So those are going to brown in the pan. All right. And we want to make sure they're lightly browned on each side. Okay. And then we'll put the chicken on a plate here shortly.
So it's for
All
dinner
right. So
tonight.
then I also have some lemons.
Lemon.
Have to have lemons if you're making chicken piccata, right? So I'm going to grab my lemons and a cutting board and a different knife, because you guys want to remember that when you are cutting poultry or poultry and veggies, you want to use a different knife, or even any other meat and veggies or fruit or anything like that. You always want to use a different knife, because otherwise you're setting yourself up for some serious sickness, and that's not fun for anyone. So my lemons,
Why'd you go with this?
I'm going to cut them in half. Okay, here, I should probably move this down for you guys. Okay, hi, you're right. Here, you want to take the stickers off these other ones? There you go. There you go. All right, so I'm cutting them in half. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut them into slices. Okay. I may have done that wrong, but whatever. It's fine. So for each lemon, you'll get 4 slices. Okay. All right. I've got 4 lemons for my chicken. So exciting.
We don't cut any more lemons.
I know. Should we get a plate for these lemons?
Yeah.
Get your stool and get me a plate. My little helpers here, they're just so eager. I've got to, like, kick them off. They're so cute. All right. Huh? Yep. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these lemons on a plate. Okay. Thank you. All right, so just go ahead and put your lemons aside. All right. So it looks like my chicken is sizzling and cooking. A couple other things you're going to need is capers. All right. I'm going to use both of these jars because, again, I'm cooking for an army. If you're just cooking for a few people, you're just making the 4 servings, you really only need 1 jar. All right. If not, half one, depending on how much you like capers. Some people don't really like capers, but I thoroughly enjoy them. So I've got 2 jars of capers. Okay. I've also got some garlic that we will be using. I buy it in bulk like this. You can also get it fresh, but I like that this lasts a while, considering is how often I use it.
Is that rice?
No, it's garlic. And then right here I also have chicken broth. You can use chicken broth or chicken stock. Dudes, when I saw that Safeway brand was in Albertsons, I about had a heart attack. I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong with the world? Apparently they merged and I missed the memo. So that's always exciting. Excuse me. So there's that. All right, so what we're going to do once my chicken is done is I'm going to go ahead and set it aside. All right, and then in the pan, I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken stock, okay, or chicken broth, okay. I'm going to add my lemon slices. I'm going to add my capers, and I'm going to go ahead and heat that all together so I can serve it over the top. It'll be really, really, really good. I can't wait to try it, to be honest with you. Is anyone feeling inspired? I'm loving this. It's so fun. So I have never cooked, like I was telling the gals before everyone else got on. I think cooking in a video is just as nerve-wracking, if not more, than inviting people over and cooking for them. Oh my gosh, these look so good. I'll show you here in a minute. It's just as nerve-wracking because it's like, they're going to see my kitchen on video. I got to make sure it's clean. I was having like all out losing it. It was a little sad, really, when you think about it. All right, so let me show you what these chicken breasts look like. They look so good. So there they are in the pan, all browning up and stuff. Oh, they're looking so, so good. I can't wait. Something else you can do, you know, while these are cooking is you can work on making a salad that can go with this. Ah, there it is. So, no, you don't need to eat that. So you can work on making a salad, whether you have a garden or you bought something, that can definitely contribute to this meal. So we're going to have a side salad with this evening. So we've actually got some fresh cucumbers from the garden, some broccoli, and some fresh lettuce. All right. So even if it comes from your own garden, you need to wash it. And there's the little one, once again waving. She just can't get enough of it. Can you get me a salad bowl, please? All right, so I've got my cucumber, and I'm just going to slice and dice, cut it lengthwise twice. Okay, so you're getting it in quarters. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and just chop it up. Oh, that chicken's going. You guys hear it sizzling? Oh my gosh. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells so good. For those of you who've never been on a webinar before, there is a chat box. You can type any of your questions, any of your comments. I will happily answer them. Okay. And there is my salad bowl queen making her debut, trying not to get popped with the oil that the chicken's cooking in. So we're going to go ahead and take these cucumbers. I'll show you. Okay. Take these cucumbers, and I'm going to go ahead and just push them into the bowl. They're going to end up on the bottom anyway, so may as well just put them in, right? So there's those.
Oh, you forgot one.
There it is. So we've got that. Okay, I'm also going to put some red onions. Can you get me some red onions out, please? Some red onions, and oh, those are cool. And some walnuts. They're in the cabinet. I think half the battle of cooking is knowing where everything is in the kitchen, right? Especially when your kids are helping. So, as you can tell, dinner time is a family affair around here, and everyone likes to get involved, whether I like it or not. And there's a thumb. They love it. All right. So I've got a small red onion. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dice this up too. I'll probably actually only use half for the salad. Just enough to give it a little bite, but not so much that it overpowers. Hi. What is that? Got a sharp knife, and your cute little hands are going to get hurt. Okay. All right. Got that onion there. Chicken cooking. Dicing this onion. Just chop it up. I don't really like long onions in my salad, but I do like just a little bit of bite. So, as you can see, got some red onions down there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually only going to use half of these. Perfect. So, you get me a little bag, please. So then I'm going to go ahead and just put half this small onion into my salad bowl. Okay. And then I'm going to add some walnuts. I don't know. And I usually like to put some sort of nut or seed in my salad. And I'm just going to grab a handful. All right, so it's about a quarter cup, but about a handful. Okay. Throw that in the thing, in the bowl. That's what it's called, right? So there's that. Here you go. Whoa, hello. Awesome. All right. So we've got that in the salad bowl, and then we will get some lettuce going in that. Check on the chicken. Dude, this chicken is looking so good. That oil's hot, though. If you don't know if your chicken is done, there's a couple different ways to tell if it's done is how firm it is. And if that fails and you just still don't feel like confident in eating it, you can cut into it too. Like it's okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a plate. And put the chicken breast on there. Mom. Okay, look at this. It looks so freaking good. I can't wait to wrap my lips around it. Yes, I know. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to cook all the chicken. I'm just going to cook part of it so that you guys don't have to watch me cook my entire dinner. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Anything? There's a couple pieces in here I'm not real sure about, so I'm just going to cut into them and check on them. Yeah, they're not quite done yet. There's 6 pieces. Sometimes just cutting into the chicken, it does release some of the juices, but it'll also accelerate the cooking process. Not ideal, granted, but it does work pretty good. So I'm so glad we have so many people on this webinar. Man, I should have cooked a while ago. Are you guys tired of me yet? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it does to me, but it gets on my hand at my daddy.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful.
It gets on me 4 times.
Okay.
On your cook.
All right. Go ahead and let that cook. Just a little bit longer. And then we'll go ahead, while that's finishing up, I'm going to take my chicken broth. And I'm going to put 2 cups of chicken broth in here that we can add to the pan when our chicken's all done. Ooh, making a mess. All right, so there's the chicken broth. All right, so it's not quite a full box. It's probably about 2/3 of a box. Okay. And it calls for 2 cloves of garlic. The way I measure that, pretty typically, that's 1. All right, it's the Italian in me. It won't let it go. All right, 2. That was probably actually closer to 4, but that's how I measure it. So if you don't like garlic, don't come to my house. All right, so we've got all that in. All right. It's going to be so good, guys. So good. I'm so excited. This chicken is getting closer and closer. Oh, it's so pretty. So golden brown. Can't hardly stand how good it looks. Panko, you know, my only hesitation, Karen, with Panko crumbs is they are not gluten-free. And it is my opinion that gluten is the devil, and I may be very alone in that. So it's personal preference. This recipe calls for almond flour and coconut flour, which are higher in fiber and actually hold more nutritional value than panko breadcrumbs. But if it's what you have around, you can try that too. Yeah. So, gosh, this oil is getting me, dude. I know. I'm almost there. It's almost done. So golden brown and yummy. What? No, you can't. No, not right now. God bless my children. They want to interrupt the webinar. We've made it this long, guys. Like, we've done this well, 42 minutes in, and nobody has interrupted. And we've made it, what, 8 webinars now?
Yep.
And they're finally just interrupting. Little stinkers. God bless them.
Hey, I'm a little one, and I'm turning 6 in 6 more days.
You sure are.
That looks good.
It does look good, huh?
Mama, I'm going like this. Yep.
Almost there.
Oh, hungry.
You're hungry? Oh, good. We'll be able to share this. I've got to stop turning that over. It's nipping me. Nipping me, snipping me.
Like this.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good now. Yeah, gluten's the devil. It sure is, isn't it, Kristen? Ugh, it'll make you sick.
What
A
is
few years ago when I got really, really sick, I had cancer. And after going through that, I could not eat gluten or dairy. So, I mean, if those are things that you have to give up, and not everyone does, but a lot of people do, there are other healthy options, which is good. All right. So we are going to call these chicken breasts done because I'm tired of getting popped by oil. And if they're not, then, you know, my family will get E. coli and, you know, nothing good will happen. So anyways, look at all those yummy golden brown chicken breasts. So now I'm going to take my chicken stock with garlic and I'm going to pour this in the pan. Save that quick. Okay. Got some extra garlic in there, so that's fun. Okay. We've got that. All right. So I think usually with chicken piccata, it's made with heavy cream and white wine. We're not making it that way. So you guys can see what we're looking at here. That is the chicken stock, the oil that the chicken was just cooking in, and some garlic. All right. So we're going to go ahead, and I should have just put the garlic in there so it could brown, but obviously it's fine. I'm nervous. You guys have me nervous. I'm kidding. I'm just kind of a space cadet. So we'll go ahead, let that simmer a little bit. All right. And then what I'm going to do in the meantime while that simmers is I'm going to take my capers, I'm going to open them up, and I'm going to drain them. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drain those capers in the sink. Sometimes I do like to rinse anything that kind of comes in any kind of container. You can or can't, it's up to you. So I rinse those. I'm going to rinse my other one too. Okay.
Smells good.
Or not rinse them, but drain them. Sorry. But you can rinse it. I don't think it's weird. I think you can get rid of a lot of impurities that way. That can come with That can come with the canning process. You don't know where your food comes from most of the time, right? Unless you've been there or you made it yourself. So this is why we are making dinner along with our tasty snacks. So we got those.
When are we going to put these?
What? Oh, I don't know. All right. Turns out I was not only supposed to make wedges. Well, actually, no. I'm going to take 4 of these wedges because I used 4 lemons, so it made 8 wedges. I'm going to take 4 of these, and I'm going to go ahead and add them to my pan. Okay. So I guess 4 halves. So whatever that is. Right? Okay. So we got those. Those in the bath. I'm going to take my capers, and I'm going to go ahead and add those. Okay. I've got 2 jars of capers. Remember, I'm cooking for an army here. You won't have to cook for an army unless you have a big old family. So 2 jars, or if you're just cooking for one, you can use 1 jar. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put those in the sink. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let that simmer a little bit. I'm going to give it a little stir in the tub. It likes to, ooh, swimming pool fun. All right, so go ahead and just let that simmer a little bit. All right. You guys want to take a look at it? I'll show you. I know you're so excited to see what's going on. Ooh, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. So there it is, all in the pan. Okay. You could probably cut your lemons thinner if you wanted to. Personally, didn't, as you can see. So, but it's totally up to you. So we got the capers, the garlic, the lemon, the chicken broth, and then the leftover coconut oil that we cooked the chicken in. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually grab a plate that we can serve our chicken on. All right. So here's a plate. I'm going to get the smallest one because I know it's totally done. All right. So there's that. Woo! Oh, dudes, I just tried the outside. Licked my fingers. Holy cats. So good. So good. So good.
I knew it was.
So now that we've got this whole sauce thing, it's simmering. I'm going to take the rest of these lemons. Okay, I'm going to squeeze them. Squeeze them in the bath. All right. It's going to be so lemony and delicious. Oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. What? Okay. Oh, it's going to be so good, guys. I can't hardly wait. All right. No, you guys are going to burn yourselves. I love you too much to let that happen. Alrighty.
Can I eat this?
So we've got all those lemons all juiced up. Okay. Squeezed in there. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat now. Oh, it's about to get exciting. Give it a little stir. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I've got my chicken. All right, I'm going to take a wedge of lemon, and I'm going to serve it on the side. And then I'm just going to spoon a little bit of this delicious sauce over the top. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I can't hardly wait. All right, so this, I'll show you guys, is what it looks like. All those beautiful capers and chicken piccata, or the chicken. I'm so excited. Do you guys have any questions? Because I got to tell you, I'm going to go eat. You guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Throw a salad on the side of that. We didn't put the lettuce in there in the salad yet, so I got to watch that. But, dude, I am so excited. I'm so excited. If anyone has any questions, type them now. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes because I know there's a little bit of a lag. That recipe can be found on thebettyrocker.com. She's amazing. Brie is amazing. So you can find the chicken piccata recipe on the bettyrocker.com. You can also find the protein bar recipe on her website as well, the bettyrocker.com. So I had so much fun doing this with you guys. I can't hardly stand it. And like I said, if you have any questions, I'm going to give you about 2 more minutes to ask them. You can type them in. If you're on the video, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions. So much fun. So much fun. Alex, I'm so glad you got on. Karen, I'm so glad you got on. Tristan, so glad you got on. Sharon, so glad you got on. Jamel, man, you guys rock. You guys all rock. Can't hardly stand it, but it was super easy, right? So I made snack and dinner in under an hour. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm feeling pretty good. I think that chicken piccata recipe beginning to end took us about 30 minutes. So if you don't have time, if you don't have 30 minutes to cook a delicious dinner, I don't know what to do for you. But it's something you can cook extras of and also portion it out for the rest of the week. So there's lots of things you can do with that. Sarah, I am so glad you're on again. Gosh, I love you girls. You guys are so awesome. So that's dinner tonight for me, snacks for tomorrow, and Tristan, be expecting your pile of poo because I will have it waiting for you when you get in the morning. All right, guys, have a great night. I'm going to shut her down. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to post them on the accountability page. And please thank my little assistants for all their help and for not getting burned by the oil. Monica, so glad you got on. All right, guys, so awesome seeing you guys tonight. I hope you got some sweet tips and know that eating healthy doesn't have to take all day, but it does take a little time in the kitchen, but it pays off. It's going to be so good.
Bye.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.